When the sickness took hold in this country in March, we pulled together in a spirit of national sacrifice and community.
Sorry I'm late.
And yet the single greatest weapon we bring to this fight is the common sense of the people themselves. I shook hands with everybody.
We agreed that we should go for a short drive to see if I could drive safely.
So today I set out a package of tougher measures in England. Closing businesses that are not COVID secure, expanding the use of face coverings, asking office workers to work from home if they can. And as for the suggestion that we should simply lock up the elderly and the vulnerable. And one of the theories is that take it all in one go and allow the disease, as it were, to move through the population. I must tell you that this is just not realistic, because if you let the virus rip through the rest of the population, it would inevitably find its way through to the elderly as well. And as for that minority who may continue to flout the rules, we will enforce those rules with tougher penalties. And if we can follow this package together, then I know we can succeed, because in so many ways we're better prepared than before.
We should never have allowed patients to be discharged from hospital into care homes.
The NHS is well prepared. We have a plan. We have a plan in place.
118,000 care home workers have been tested.
The Health Secretary said we'd have the app by mid-May, presumably on advice. The Prime Minister said we'd have it by the 1st of June.
The new NHS COVID-19 app that we're launching today.
We will have a test, track and trace operation that will be world-beating.
And although we still do some contact tracing and testing, that is not an appropriate mechanism as we go forward.
Things will be far better by the spring. We can turn the tide within the next 12 weeks. It's hard, but it's attainable, and we're working as hard as we can to get there. But until we do, we must rely on our willingness to look out for each other. Today, I've had extensive face-to-face conversations with Dominic Cummings. I think he followed the instincts of every father, and I do not mark him down for that. We followed the guidance to the letter. We stayed at home, protected the NHS, and saved thousands of lives.
No, I don't regret what I did.
The fight against COVID is by no means over. And I have no doubt, however, that there are great days ahead.
And we want to make sure that people use a relatively simple process in order to get what will become known as a Kent access permit, which means that they can then proceed smoothly through Kent because they do have the material required. If they don't have the material required, then it will be the case that through policing, ANPR cameras and other means, we'll do our very best to ensure that his constituents are not inconvenienced.